the other thing that I am is a self-published author. I always forget about this because when I wrote the book, it was really for, I don't know, like a gag gift to myself, if you will. Like everyone kept pushing me to write and tell more of my story, and I was bored, honestly, one year in transition from New York to Chicago, and decided, I don't have anything else to do, let me just write down my story. And I got busy with life, I got busy with planning a wedding and having kids and starting companies, and then one day I remembered I had written basically my entire 20s into a little short, cute, digestible memoir. So anyway, it's on Amazon. You can go get it. It's called, what is it called again? Love, Sex, and Friendship in no particular order. Available on Amazon. I'm also a mom of two beautiful little girls who are the best thing literally that's ever happened to me. I legitimately could start crying talking about them right now. Chloe is 5, she'll be 6 in November. Isabel is 2.5, basically 3, she'll be 3 in August. And I'm married, on top of all of that, to an amazing man who's just as busy and on top of his shit as I am. So our life is very crazy and very amazing all at the same time. Thanks for even hitting play on this video. Really what I want this series to be is selfishly like a diary. I am so busy with work and family and just growing our business that I rarely get a minute to myself to just think and do something for myself. And for all the writers out there, I'm sure you can kind of agree with me. When you schedule time to just be with your thoughts and be creative and just let that feeling kind of consume you, it feels therapeutic. So that is my selfish reason for doing this. And I just needed some more content for my website. This episode 1, is really gonna focus on questions. When I told my team, I have about 9-10 employees between my two companies. I'm looking at one of them how many? 9 or 10. And when I told them I was gonna do this, the first thing everyone wanted to do was throw questions at me to answer on camera. Things that they've probably always wanted to know or never had the time to come ask me, or if they did, I would be like, don't you have some work to do? The suite that we work out of has both of my companies in it, RLM and What Are You Wearing? And then also, my husband's company works out of this suite too. So we are one big happy family of Knox-owned companies working and playing together. And my lovely assistant, Caitlin, went around the office asking people questions. And so I'm taking questions from the suite situation.
Sounds good.
From my mom? I don't know. I think, well, first of all, something like self-confidence grows over time. No one is born with just this amazing amount of self-confidence. I think that the people around you when you're young have a lot to do with it. When you want to try something or try something, how the people around you when you're a child react to that is a huge, I think, differentiating factor of whether your self-esteem gets to grow. So as a child, I never felt like I couldn't try something, or that my parents would think it was stupid or dumb for me to try something. So that put me in the position to feel comfortable trying more things. And then as I did, I was good at them. So then you start to gain even more self-confidence to try more things. And no one's good at everything, but the more stuff you try, the more stuff you find that you're good at. And so then that opens up your ability to not be afraid to try new things. I've never had a fear of trying new things. Dating advice I would give my 20-something self. Are you sure you want to marry a man with an ex-wife and 3 kids? But seriously, are you sure that you want to do that? because it is hard work. Dating and love and marriage and all that stuff is not what the movies make it out to be. It really is work, and it's a decision. I think this is it. Knowing that the person you fall in love with, it will actually take a conscious effort at some point in the relationship to stay in love. You don't just stay in love. You actually have to wake up every day with the intention and the purpose of being and staying in love. You learn that over time, if you're lucky, and if you have a partner that you can learn and grow with, but not enough people talk about that. Well, I've always been a creative. Even like thinking back to my childhood, I used to write poetry. I used to think what I was going to be when I grew up was an author, which I am. But specifically, I thought I was going to be a poet. I thought I was going to write books of poetry like Nikki Giovanni. She was the first poet that really inspired me. I got to see her speak live at a university once, and she was and is still this just amazing Black woman who is fearless in her words, and she wrote them all down in a way that a lot of people could relate to, and she gave a lot of empowerment to people who read her books. And her books were beautiful. The way that they were packaged, the cover, just everything was just, as a kid in high school, I was like, this is what real art is in written form. And so I wanted to make that even from a kid. And again, back to my whole thing with self-esteem, my parents never poured cold water on that. They never said, like, that's not a way to make money, that's not a way to support your life. They just encouraged my writing. Then I went to school for communications, and that opened up a whole nother part of my brain where, yeah, I always loved words, but then I started to figure out how to use them to really communicate the things that I want to communicate to different groups of people. So then I learned the power of that in communication, and just kept evolving my brain in that space throughout my entrepreneur career. Making people, like literally giving birth to humans is the best thing that I've ever done in my life.
I take the picture.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Nana.
Hi, Nina.
Say hi, Papa.
Hi, Papa.
Look at Isabel. Whoa, she's so big. Oh.
The teeth. Oh, what do go?
Boo ba boo ba boo.
Babu, babu.
Show them your feet.
The potters.
Yeah. The end of it all being some ordinary basic bitch. Oh my God. First of all, I'm sure everyone feels this way about their childhood, but I really feel like growing up in the Bronx is a huge part of why I am who I am today. I loved going to the park and like playing handball and like, you know, meeting my boyfriend on the basketball court and deciding if I was gonna make out with him or not in front of all these people, and just all these things that are typical childhood experiences, but I experienced them in arguably the best city in the United States for diversity and inclusion, all these things where I really, you know, my normal every day was to be surrounded by people who were all different than me. The fact that people are pouring into our city every day from countries all across the world. Where I went to school in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade with people who had just immigrated from Pakistan and Korea and China, and they were learning English while we were learning math together, and that was like my childhood. If I told you, I would have to kill you. think there's this whole thing that you guys have coined here in the Midwest that is Midwest nice. And for us East Coasters, it really feels like backhanded compliments and passive aggressiveness. Like, if you don't like something, you should just say, I don't like it. Honesty, you know, without like punching someone in the face, I think that's what I learned as a New Yorker, as an East Coast person in general. If I'm interested in something, I will tell you I'm interested in it. If I'm not interested in it, I will just not respond to your email, or I will tell you I'm not interested. Here in the Midwest, professionally, people will look at you in your face and be like, that's amazing, I love it, please send me some more information. All with the intention, the whole time, of never doing anything with you, for you, or with anything that you sent them. Why? Why? Everything. So even before our current president, I hold so high the fact that I'm a woman, I'm a black woman, I'm a mother of 2 women, 2 black women, that up until 4 weeks ago, 100% of my staff were women. We have 1 guy on the team, shouts out to Kevin. The fact that I'm able to do what I do as a woman of color, and show people that I'm doing it. Honestly, my motivation, not that you guys see this, but my motivation, why I wake up every day, is to inspire that next generation of young women to go out and honestly not just believe that they can do anything that they want to do, but that they can and that they should, because there's not a lot of representation to show us that. There's a lot of images of women of color doing traditional woman stuff, that if that's what you want to do, then that is your prerogative and you go be the best at that. But for the women out there, the girls out there who want to do non-traditional things, like run multiple companies at the same time, or build a media empire, or be a mom and a wife and do all those things at the same time, or whatever it might be, I just feel like we need more examples of what that looks like, and more truths and stories, so that these girls can understand here's what it takes to actually get there and do those things. And that's part of the reason why I'm so open with my life and my business, and how, what it takes for me to be where I'm at today. So to show that, I could only hope and pray, and when I die, that I could be on a list of amazing women that inspire young women, and then even a deeper level than that, women of color, to see positive in their reflection, because we still are nowhere close to where we should be with having that as a reflection. And I'm just happy to be like a little, speck of that reflection. I don't think I ever desired to be an entrepreneur. Nope, never did. I think, and when I accepted the fact that I was an entrepreneur, it was more like, no, I'm a business owner. I hate the term entrepreneur. I think because when I first got started in business, I thought that entrepreneur meant people who start companies, try to build them, and then they fail, and then they start another company, try to build it, and then it fails, and then on. So, because at some point, as an entrepreneur, someone's starting a company and building it, if you're successful doing that, you're now running a company. You're no longer an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. I own, my businesses. But I didn't get the privilege of thinking like an owner until just recently with RLM, where now I have management and people in place to help me run the company. So not really thinking about what is RLM doing today and what are we doing tomorrow. Now I can think about it from an ownership perspective and figure out what my strategy is in that that space. But for what are you wearing, I don't get the privilege of thinking of myself as the owner of what are you wearing. I'm the editor-in-chief of what are you wearing. Like someone named Farissa hired me, Farissa, to be the editor-in-chief of what are you wearing, and I create, edit, think content constantly. I have this thing where, like, I don't have a lot of patience around people who have a lot of self-doubt. I get that there are outstanding circumstances, people, experiences, etc. that happen in our lives that make it difficult to really believe in yourself. But at a certain point, it honestly just boils down to your ability to do just that, believe in yourself. So there's nothing that anyone can say to you, do to you to help you start to believe in yourself. So you have to just do it. You literally have to just do it and take that step and just trust that there's gonna be ground underneath your foot, and then there'll be ground underneath your next foot and your next step and your next, and then it'll become easier and easier for you to believe in yourself. But, you know, all of us have to start somewhere within ourselves and just go, all right, we're gonna do this. A good bottle of wine first starts in Italy, specifically in the Tuscan region. I'm not a sommelier. My husband and I just drink a lot of wine. Yes. You know what? It's a Knowles kind of day. Honestly, seat at the table. Wait, is that Solange's album name? I'm asking Caitlin. She don't know. She don't know the name of anything. Solange's latest album, I think it's called Seat at the Table. It was another amazing example of another amazing Black woman being unapologetically a Black woman and being creative in that space for the whole world to see, and saying all the things that we think and feel on the inside but don't have rhythm and harmony to put towards it. Thank you so much. It's so funny because now it's just like, but back then it was a big deal. So the first boyfriend that broke up with me, I was in high school, and he did the whole like, I'm just not gonna answer your phone calls anymore thing. And that's fucking heartbreaking. Like, that is annoying as hell. And what grade was I in? I think I was going from my sophomore year to my junior year. And we were dating over the summer. I'm not gonna say his name because we're friends now, and all has since been forgiven. And he's happily married with 2 beautiful kids, and I'm happily married with 2 beautiful kids. But when we were making out, and he tried to get the first base, and I was like, that's your last base, I think that was when, in his mind, he decided this is our last date. And then stopped answering my phone calls. One time I called his house and his mom picked up. I was like, hey, is home? And she was like, hold on, let me see. And I could hear him telling his mom, why didn't you tell her I'm not here? And I was like, this motherfucker. So then, to make matters worse, that was summer. First day of school, junior year, first class. I'm in class, our teacher sits us alphabetical order. His last name started with a B, mine started with an A. Guess who I sat next to all year? But I think it was that experience that actually made us friends again, because it was like awkward, sweating, like weird for me. Who knows what it felt like for him? She's like, but then we started talking as friends, and it was fine. And now, like, I love him to pieces. We haven't talked in years, like in real life, but on Facebook, we're besties.
Soundstripe.
Ooh, when did I know I would marry him? Jeez, honestly, almost as soon as I met him. I never knew I was doing this in my head until I met Leary. I was coming up with a list of things that my perfect husband would be and have. And what it would feel like to be in his presence, what it would feel like to listen to him talk, and like all these things. Unconsciously, I was doing that. And I remember I was standing in a wine store with him and my older sister, and we were gonna go to his place and just have like a quiet evening, friends cooking dinner at his place. And he was talking through like the wine and what wine we would get for dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, that's gonna be my husband. Like, this is what exactly I decided before I knew you my husband was gonna be like. How lucky are you? And then, but it was still very like new, so those words were not articulated at all. But in my head, I was like, oh shit, this dude could really be my husband. Like city? Why just pick one? I mean, our goal is to have homes in places. So, you know, we're gonna be able to live and feel like we're at home in multiple cities. We love Chicago, obviously. Like, Chicago's definitely home. You know, obviously I'm from New York. I don't really need to live in New York. I've done that. I grew up there. It's an amazing place. It's not going anywhere. It's only getting more crowded. I can go there when I need to go there and enjoy it when I want to enjoy it. Chicago is growing by leaps and bounds. It's an amazing place. If you know anything about anything, this is actually where you should be living. DC is an amazing city. I love it. It's beautiful. And then from there, we would go international. My baby's names. Yeah. I don't know where, though, yet. That's why I haven't gotten them. Red for a long time. That's why Harlem, everything was like accented in red. I would say now it's probably like black, but I'm like into floral patterns. Before I answer that question, I'll preface it with, it's different than, am I going to have any more kids? So those two questions are two different questions. Do I want any more kids? Yes. I would love the idea of another baby growing in this tummy. Will I have any more kids? That is the question, really, that no one, including myself, knows the answer to. Oh, no, it's like kids. Honestly, I don't have a favorite. I get a really amazing reward from both. It's just a different reward. RLM was my first. I got to flex my business brain and entrepreneurship skills and taught myself how to be a CEO because I created a company. And I get to see this company be where it is 10 years later. What are you wearing? Obviously got a lot of benefit from that. But what I get to do today at What Are You Wearing is be the most creative version of myself and really dive deep into content and really just be creative and focus on one specific target audience, which is actually relieving, because when you're a marketer and you're an advertiser, you're charged with reaching multiple different audiences every single time you are on a project. With What Are You Wearing, our audience every day is women 18 to 34 who love fashion, style, and beauty, and creativity. That is our audience. At RLM, all of our clients have different target groups that they're after. and we have to change our mindset based on who we're talking to and what their needs are. But that's what made me a marketing professional, and I just get to bring it over here to what are you wearing and be creative. I'm like one of the, so if there's ever a documentary made about me, I'm gonna be a typical CEO, crazy person who like hates going to the bathroom during the day because it takes away from productivity, and never leaves my office to go get her own food because I'm too busy for that. I'm thirsty and the kitchen is around the corner and I just die of thirst because I can just send one more email. I'm crazy. I'm legitimately insane. I don't know half of the restaurants around my office because I send different people every day to go get me lunch. Right now though, Brody is on rotation. You like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah.